yesterday, the 20th. Yo, Suchit, thank you. Welcome back. What's up, Sneezy? What's up, Iceberg? Yo, what up, Dart? You were here first.
Slayer.
Death. Yo, thank you for the resub. Welcome back. Just bouncing around a second while I get warmed up. I'll do a run in a minute. I've been playing on my other controller on PC, so Xbox 360 controller feels weird right now. Wow, why is Cairo loading so fast? What did I last play? I guess I last played Cairo. With the fast load. Surprised that worked, but it was fast. God, I'm so rusty. I can't aim. It's crazy how playing on a different controller would just screw up the muscle memory. That should have been fast, like even faster. This was crazy fast. Should have been even better. Ugh. This is my first Cairo in a couple days, and I honestly haven't been playing much in the last couple weeks. And then I start playing on a different controller, and everything just feels weird. Might be time for a new 360 controller. Oh, I'm behind that wall. How does he kill me? That was actually such a fast start for being so sloppy. That's crazy. I wasn't really warmed up. I wasn't ready to get a good run yet. What do I do? What do I do about my controller here? I kind of want to open it up and maybe switch the joysticks. I don't know. I kind of need to, I might just go buy a new controller. I think I probably need like one more controller, and that might be the last 360 controller I ever need for a while. I have a graveyard of like broken controllers that I've like scavenged for parts and shit. But after playing on the same controller for like a couple thousand hours now, it's definitely on its last legs. I played my entire subathon with the same controller without doing anything to it other than cleaning it. So I streamed for what, 100 days on that? And that was like, so that's like 500 hours easily, closer to like 800. And then the grind I did last winter, also same controller. I'm trying to think of how much I've used this controller. When did I switch to it? Definitely feeling pretty hard to aim right now. Man, it's crazy how a short break just makes you so rusty. This game's brutal. Thank you for that stick, Mr. Grunt. How are you guys not weaker? What is even happening? Get him, Marines. Did they get the kill? No, they didn't. What is happening? What up, defend? Yeah, it's pretty late. I'm probably not gonna stream that long tonight. Just feeling like doing maybe one run. I'm already not feeling it. I'm rusty and I've been playing on my Xbox One controller, so the 360 controller feels weird again. That was weird. Lost a lot of momentum there on the roof, but I kept some. That's so true. Back at your mom's. Nice. You use her Twitch Prime sub on my channel. It's been over a year. It's always good to go back and see the fam. My mom visited me like a month ago. Good to see her. This is a very elite checkpoint. Crazy. No way, man. I should have lived. No friends or family, just work? Oh, is that the new place you live? Yeah. Is your girlfriend was thinking about moving out there? But she's like finishing up school or doing something, right? Are you guys still together? Finishing her masters.
Alarm, Enter-Truppen unterwegs.
I love this stupid Marine that blocked my box. Man, it's crazy how rusty I feel on this controller. I've been complaining about it all stream. It's only 15 minutes in, but I do not feel natural right now. Okay. food. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yo, SB6. Thank you for the prime.
Alarm! Enter-Truppen unterwegs. Alle, besetzt die Kampfstationen. Alarm! Enter-Truppen unterwegs. Alle, besetzt die Kampfstationen. Alarm! Enter-Truppen
What's up,
unterwegs.
Eco? I'll probably be on Cairo the whole time then, but thanks for stopping by. I'm still getting kind of warmed up here. It's like 2016, I think. It doesn't work on Master Chief Collection though. It only works on the original version of the game, so that might be why you've never seen it.
Alle, besetzt die Kampfstationen.
Yeah, nonstop Bob. Welcome back. Thank you.
Dies ist keine Übung. Ich wiederhole, das ist keine Übung.
Oh, that is a nade throw. Wait. How crazy?
Hochtüren dicht machen.
Ich hab seine Spur verloren. Den haben sie aber voll unterm Hintern gemacht, Sir.
Why am I hearing? That's weird.
Oh oh, verlassen die Athen.
Cortana, Lagebericht.
Die Explosion kam aus dem Innern der Athen, genau wie bei der Malta. Die Allianz muss was zurückgelassen haben. Eine Bombe.
Verdammt, dann muss hier auch eine sein. Chief, suchen Sie die.
Na los jetzt! Ist das eine Waffe oder eine Taste? Na los, Chief, hier lang!
You're not gonna kill me.
Keine Sorge, Ma'am, wir sind am Ball.
Sir, Eindringlinge im Feuerwehr.
Hat die Malta die Eindringlinge schon verjagt?
Schaltet sie nacheinander
Der
aus.
Chief muss
Feindliche
erfolgt haben,
Leute,
diese Stelle.
Chief,
Alle feindlichen
finden Sie
Schiffe
die
sind in
Bombe.
der Todeszone.
Im Lauf.
13 Kreuzer, 2
Cortana,
Sturmflotten.
Ziele aussuchen und Feuer frei.
Jetzt wird's laut.
Feuer auf den ersten Träger. Admiral, knöpfen Sie sich den zweiten vor. Komm hier rein, folgt mir.
No, give me the 100.
Der erste Träger ignoriert uns völlig, Sir. Er hat das Trümmerfeld der Malta in Richtung Erde durchbrochen. Übrigens,
It's kind of
es
slow,
von einem
but it's
ganzen
fine.
Haufen Eliten bewacht. Sie werden sich etwas ausdenken müssen.
What is going on? I almost died there. Wow. Man, like that. Whatever.
Die Sache ist dringend, Chief.
Schüttelt es ab, Marines! Absturzstelle räumen! Los, los, los!
What up, Spider Monkey? Just out here gaming. Yeah.
Chief, gut!
That's not how I wanted to throw that grenade.
Sergeant, ich brauche Sie auf dem Vogel.
Ma'am?
Meine Pelicans bringen Rüstung und Verstärkung in die Stadt. Die brauchen tauglichen Geleitschutz.
Die meisten Allianztruppen sind direkt unter dem Träger. Die wollen bestimmt nicht, dass sie an Bord kommen.
No.
Das ist der Weg zum Stadtzentrum.
What is? Am I alive? What? I just lived? Holy shit. I'm surprised I didn't die there.
Chief, vom Träger sind gerade jede Menge Kapseln gestartet. Die nehmen Kurs auf uns.
Dieser Tunnel führt zur Brücke. Überall Ratten. Trotzdem besser als Schuhe.
Oh, right.
Ich habe die Kampfgespräche der Allianz analysiert. Die sind überrascht. Verwirrt. Die haben uns hier wohl nicht erwartet. Keine Menschen. Nicht auf der Erde. Verrückt, ich weiß. Das erklärt aber, warum die mit so einer kleinen Flotte kommen.
Would I have reset if I died? Depends on where my checkpoint was, but probably. If my checkpoint was on the beach, I would have kept going. If it was in the hallway, I would have reset. I don't actually remember where it was at. Sometimes you get a checkpoint as soon as you enter the ghost. Sometimes you get a checkpoint right as you like drive like 10 seconds more, like as you're entering that second area. So if you get either of those checkpoints, a sniper death isn't too costly. But if you don't get that beach checkpoint, your closest checkpoint is usually in the like dark hallway right before you do that sword cancel. That's a little too far back. I usually reset to that one.
Die Allianz will sich neu formieren. Verhindern Sie das.
Sometimes you can get 0 checkpoints and go back to the start of the level. That's always fun. I've actually had it where I've died right here, and I've gone back to the start of the level. Like, no checkpoints through the entire level. Yeah, what up, Blue Hex? The lack of checkpoints is like kind of the speedrunner's fault though, because the way the checkpoint system in this game works is like you enter an area and it tries to give you a checkpoint a lot of times. And those are very scripted, like we know where the triggers are, we know what triggers the checkpoints. But the thing is, there's a lot of things that cancel checkpoints. So for instance, if you're jumping, like if you're mid-air, you can delay checkpoints. If you're shooting, if there's any projectiles in the air at all. So if like these like blue and red bullets from these turrets, if they were in the air, you couldn't get a checkpoint, like a needle or a plasma pistol bullet or a assault rifle or whatever. All of those will prevent checkpoints. Not even being shot at you, just being in the air will do it. So one of the really annoying ways you can delay a checkpoint is by shooting a brute shot. If you shoot a brute shot straight up in the air, it comes back down like 20 seconds later. So sometimes on Great Journey, for example, if you kill a brute, the brute will fire straight up in the air, and you won't get a checkpoint until their brute shot finally comes back down and hits the ground. It's really annoying. Other things that prevent checkpoints are low health. So if your shields are beeping, you're not going to get a checkpoint. If you've got a little bit of shields, you're okay, but if it's like one shot, you won't. Being too close to an enemy can prevent a checkpoint. Moving too quickly can prevent a checkpoint. That's not gonna go. Why do people continue runs that have mistakes? Well, most people who are doing speedruns aren't going for world records, so like if you're watching like an average speedrunner, they're continuing because their personal best is still improvable. The only way you can get world record is if your personal best is kind of close. You're never going to skip like 10 or 20 minutes. So if your time is like 30 minutes away from world record, then first you get closer and closer and closer. And there will always be like 30 minutes of mistakes in those runs. And you just have to play all of the levels to get good enough to get world record. So even if the run is like no longer world record possible, sometimes it's worth it to practice out the levels. I mean, I do a lot of practice just the levels by themselves, but doing it in chunks and then in full game is also important. And then there's also the fact that the world record has deaths in it. You can still get world record even if you die a few times, so like this game's just really hard to play perfectly. There's just too many, like, I'm gonna die right here. There's just like too many RNG things that, okay, I didn't die. Like it's like if I told you to flip like 500 coins heads in a row. Like obviously it's technically possible, but the amount of like luck that you need, like you're just gonna have to accept a few tails in there. You're flipping a bunch of coins, some of them are gonna come up tails. The goal is the perfect run, but it's very hard to do.
Als ich Verstärkung anforderte, dachte ich nicht an einen Spartan. Wir stecken in Schwierigkeiten.
But also there is a little bit of like, there's different ways to play the game. So like if a lot of people will hyper optimize the start of a speedrun, because like you're saying, why don't you just go for the pixel perfect start? But like the amount of resets to get like, but I'll go back to the coin flipping analogy. Like if I only needed to flip a certain number of heads in a row that was way smaller than 500, I could start and like if I got 5 in a row at the start, I know I'm off to a good start, and I could reset every time until I got 5 in a row, right? And that is more feasible than getting 500. So a lot of times what happens is the start of speedruns are like super optimized because we're flipping a small amount of coins at the start of a run, trying to get the perfect run. But eventually that luck's gonna run out, and the later you get in a run, the more bad luck you're just gonna have to accept. So I do end up restarting the beginning of the run a lot more than maybe people would like, because I am going for those hyper-optimized starts, just to give myself more mistakes later in the run.
Disziplin aufrechterhalten. Bereite dich auf den nächsten Angriff vor.
Wir sind der Arm der Prophetengebieter und Sie sind das Schwert. Seid still und flink, dann schlagen wir diese Ketzerei ohne weiteres nieder. Der Sturm hat unseren Anflug getarnt. Ihr lokales Gefechtsnetz müsste auch durcheinander sein. Das Überraschungsmoment ist auf unserer Seite. Vorerst.
No. Ever. That should not be killing. I hate this trick. You know, I had some ideas that I wanted to mess with. One of the things I wanted to mess with right here. I should probably not be doing this on Legendary. It's all of September festive, so if you've been coming on Twitch for the last 20 days, it probably feels like that. I wonder why. We just don't understand this trick enough. I want to find, like, something better than what we currently do. How long do I intend to stream tonight? I don't know, probably just like 2 hours. Or... I just feel like there's potential for like a better lineup here. Like maybe assisted with a box in some way. What if I... Okay, that's an idea. What if I put the box on the line? Okay, so I come here, do the ghost. What if I put it like... This might actually make a difference. This is an idea for sure. That might be something. Already kind of forgotten how I do this. Awesome. There's a couple different things that kill you when you do this trick. What killed me that time was being stuck in the floor during the kill cycle check. So when you're out of bounds in this game, the game will make you die, but it doesn't kill you instantly. Like the second you step out of bounds, it takes like a second, or like, and it doesn't check every single frame. So sometimes it takes like a second and a few frames, and sometimes it takes a second and like half of a second, you know, like it's not exactly the same every time you get out of bounds. So depending on the mission start, there's a cycle that checks like every, I don't even know, I think it is every 1 second, but it might be every half a second, but it checks, should I kill the guy, should I kill the guy, should I kill the guy? And depending on when you step out of bounds from the start of the mission, it will be different when you get here. So that's just one of the problems, is you can never be to this point on the exact same frame every time. Another thing that happens is sometimes it shoots you downwards too quickly, and then you'll die to fall damage by hitting the... There's not actually fall damage, but the way the fall timer works in this game is if you fall downwards too quickly for too long, then you die, and the speed that it shoots you down, this just happens to like instant fall timer you. So sometimes you die before you even touch the ground. I also wonder, like, I don't know, look direction might make a bigger... Like, if I look straight down instead of, like, I don't know. the problem with like I start straight up because getting like just looking straight at the wall like this, it's hard to tell if you've gotten an offset compared to looking straight up. It's easier for me. But then I think maybe looking down is better. So it is a weird bit of movement to go from looking straight up to straight down. But if you do it all straight up, then I can't see the line. So where I'm walking, I'm using this line to know where. I can't clip through the floor everywhere. I can basically only clip through on this line. And the way that I have to move is I have to get 10 bumps or 11 bumps. And depending on which I get, my movement has to be different. Once I get my 10 bumps, I walk on this line. If I'm too slow, I'll fall through the ground right here. I really want to be in the middle of the line. And then I want to fall through the ground right here. Once I'm in the ground, then I need to move at like a 45-degree angle backwards and to the right. So once I'm in the, so what I do is I get my bumps, I walk slowly on the right side of this line, I fall on the ground, and then I have to move backwards and to the right. And that'll clip me like partially into the ground and then through all the way. But it's all pretty precise. So you go on the line about halfway. The problem is 10 bumps and 11 bumps are slightly different, and it doesn't work on any other value. So you really have to count. So that's what it's supposed to look like when it works. I'm trying to find something that just makes it like more consistent in general, but I don't know. I think just doing it is the most consistent way. I don't think you can jump and still get this, but maybe you can. I just wish there was something more consistent. No, it's not just the number of times you hit the wall, Blue Hex, it's the number of times you hit the wall with the proper velocity. So sometimes I hit it more or less, but I'm counting good bumps. So not all bumps are the same. You have to hit it, so if I'm not like the correct angle on the wall and I don't hit the wall at the right velocity, you don't get a good bump. So like that was only 2 out of 4. 6, 7, 8, 9. So that was finally 11, even though I hit the wall like 16 times. I did end up with 11 at the end. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that time I hit the wall 12 times, but I got 11 bumps. It's a little bit subtle, but a good, that's why I look up. A good bump, the screen, when you hit the wall, the screen will do like a little, like a jolt. It'll continue moving forward even after I've stopped. And that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm counting. Why is that not work? Did I go too far away from the corner? Okay. Alright, it's all coming back to me a little. I think looking up might actually help. I think looking like, I don't know. So your hitbox is actually in the upper half of your body, and when you look down, you move your head down to the lower half of your body. So you actually are lowering your hitbox when you look down. That's why I think looking like more up might keep you. So how do I explain this? I guess I can show it on. Yeah, let's show it on lockout. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. Yo, KT with 112 months. Thank you so much for the resubscribe.
Slayer.
$112 months. That's crazy. Okay, so this is what I actually wanted to show here. So by crouching, so I'm in the ground. I did a floor ghost, right? I don't know if you can tell. I'm like partially in the ground. So I'm above the floor right now and nothing's killing me, right? Even if I look down or look up, no matter what. But look what happens when I crouch. So I'm not crouching right now. As soon as I crouch, I die. Because my center of mass goes low enough that it's outside the map and you die. So if your center of mass is high, then you're inside the map and you don't die. If it's in the ground, like in here, then you'll die. But if your center of mass passes through from like above to below quick enough, then you won't die. That's why sometimes I die on this trick, is that I just die in this little stretch right here. I mean, obviously that's a different floor than what I'm trying to clip through, but it's the same idea. Let me go back and keep messing with this. I don't feel like messing with it more right now. I don't have anything that's gonna make it better. Just need to hit it. Shit trick. Somebody figure it out to 100% science, please.
Sie sagten doch, es gäbe keine Kameras.
Und Sie sagten, Sie würden sich was Nettes anziehen. Die Leute brauchen Helden, Chief. Gebt ihnen Hoffnung. Also lächeln, okay? Solange wir noch was zum Lachen haben.
What up, Luke? Can I show hiding spots on turf? I don't have turf on this Xbox, so no.
Alarm, Enter-Truppen unterwegs.
But there are a lot. There are so many spots on turf.
An alle, besetzt die Kampfstationen. Dies ist keine Übung.
Yeah, getting on the Scarab was always fun.
Das ist keine Übung.
I don't know why turf in particular, there's like 10 skill jumps to get above the map on tiny little ledges there. I don't know how they like made that map so bad. And in terms of like what modern devs would consider like good, like just, I don't know, sanitization or just, I don't know, just making the map not exploitable. Turf is like one of the most exploitable maps in Halo 2, and it's a DLC map, which makes it like even more weird because like, so the first round of maps would make sense because they don't know what Halo players are getting up to, so of course those are gonna have a lot of like exploitable like hidey holes, right? But Halo 2 had already been out for like almost a full year by the time Turf came out. So Bungie knew the shit we were up to, and they still like just let us get everywhere.
Cortana, Lagebericht.
Die Explosion kam aus dem Innern der Athen, genau wie bei der Malta. Die Allianz muss was zurückgelassen haben. Eine Bombe.
Verdammt, dann muss hier auch eine sein. Chief, suchen Sie die.
How did that miss? I just threw it right under his arm.
Na los jetzt! Ist das eine Waffe?
Alarm.
Do I remember the nerf on dual wield? Yeah. They didn't nerf all dual wield weapons. What they nerfed the while you were dual wielding, the second weapon gets weaker. But they majorly nerfed the SMG as a dual wield and the Magnum as a dual wield? Were those the two that they didn't nerf all dual wield weapons, but yeah, they did nerf dual wield. Flag bounce was cool. The BR was the main weapon before the dual wield nerf. Bungie always wanted to force SMG starts, and I mean it was in the game for like casuals, but no, it was BRs from the beginning. in terms of like competitive, like people trying to be good at the game. Everyone knew the BR was just the best weapon.
Alarm. Enter top.
Bungie was kind of mad at the community because the community, they originally didn't even like have like BR game modes. They had like SMG starts and everything in Team Slayer and stuff, and everyone was like, no, we only want BRs. And then eventually they made the matchmaking hoppers be like half and half, so you would get like, the game type would be called Team Slayer, or it would be called Team Slayer BR, and that meant you started with a battle rifle, obviously. And eventually, after a few years of playing, nobody ever wanted to play just regular Team Slayer, and everybody always wanted to play Team Slayer BR. And Bungie was salty about it. They would talk about it in their weekly updates, but they really wanted people to like the SMG, and everyone hated it for the most part. Like, everybody just wanted to play battle rifles. And then the same exact shit happened in Halo 3. They started with Team Slayer, and it was always AR starts, and then slowly but surely they added Team Slayer BR. MLG, once it got formed with its game type, was battle rifles from the start, the MLG like game types. But in terms of like matchmaking Slayer, they tried to force everyone to use ARs the whole time, and then eventually they added in the BR game types, and everybody would always veto ARs, and we would always play BRs. It's crazy how like the first 3 games Bungie made, they like made the same mistake. Halo 1, they wanted ARs to be the main weapon, everyone used the Magnum. Halo 2, they wanted SMGs to be the main weapon, everyone used the BR. Same story with Halo 3.
Alarm. Enter Truppen unterwegs.
I don't know. Maybe it's not even really, I mean, changing the game design and playlist as the game evolves isn't even necessarily a mistake. It might actually just be the right way to run a Halo game. To start out, like, let everyone like be bad and use the SMGs, and then slowly add in the battle rifles for the sweaty players. I don't know, it might have like, it's like, to call it a mistake might be wrong, because it might be part of the reason the game lasted so long is because they keep it interesting. It's like making a live service game before live service games exist. Just by changing the playlist slightly, you bring new life and new player expression.
Dies ist keine Übung. Ich wiederhole, das ist keine Übung.
I don't think that's why they did it. I don't think it was an intentional choice of Bungie to do that, but I do think it might have worked out well for them.
Alarm. Enter Truppen unterwegs. An alle, besetzt die Kampfstationen.
Gutes Timing, Chief.
Come on.
Alarm. Enter Truppen unterwegs.
me in. Perfect was a good addition to Halo 5. The Perfect Medal was one of the better additions to Halo that 343 made. Getting Halo 5 Perfects was definitely satisfying. Perfect. Very fun. I'm not sure there's very few medals that are more satisfying to get than like Extermination and Perfect. I don't know, those two in like Overkill Extermination is just some of the most satisfying shit to hear in Halo 3.
Alarm, Entertruppen unterwegs.
Perfection at the end of a Slayer game. Perfection. Yeah, that's a good one. Hail to the King's pretty good, yeah. You never hear Hail to the King though, like, I mean, you can, but like, Hail to the King is a very rare one. That's one that you're not really getting very often. Hail to the King. I do remember my first MLG, Hail to the King. It was on Construct. Are you guys really trolling like that? They pretend to come forward and then take a step back. That's crazy. Good clear though. That's good.
Oh, die verlassen die Athen.
Cortana, Lagebericht.
Die Explosion kam aus dem Innern der Athen, genau.
Was there button combos like BXR for Halo 3? Sorta. Not like nearly as effective, but you can RRY, which allows you to like shoot a battle rifle shot out of your secondary as you switch weapons. You can butterfly with BXBXB, but it's not nearly as useful. You can use it to like spam melees, but they don't deal damage. It's like cancel the damage. So you can like spam it and butterfly like on Crow's Nest they do in the speedrun.
Ich war fast an Bord, als die auftauchten.
Keine Sorge, Mann, wir sind am Ball.
That guy did not want me to sword fly off of him. He gave me so little to aim at. I'm surprised to hit that. This is pretty good.
Cortana, Ziele aussuchen und Feuer frei.
Ihr Status kommen.
Ich glaube es nicht, die ziehen sich zurück. Wir haben gewonnen.
Die Träger brechen durch.
You're not gonna kill me.
Auf Kairo. Cortana, konzentriertes Feuer auf den ersten Träger. Admiral, knöpfen Sie sich den zweiten vor. Formiert euch!
Nee, das ist übel. Wirklich übel.
You dickhead. Man, this was fast too. I don't really want to reset. Fuck, this was really fast.
Wirklich übel.
This was actually like so fast. Oh, it's so annoying. You're looking forward to my new legendary record? I don't know. I'm kind of burning out. I don't know how. I need to get a new controller. I need to start grinding more. I need to get more Twitch support because my subathon's done. I don't know. I want to grind, but It is hard. Legendary is hard. Why are you not weak?
Alarm, Entertruppen unterwegs.
Time to start a new subathon? Yeah, well, we did easy subathon and we got the easy record. Time to just do a legendary one, right? Honestly, I am thinking about doing something similar, like one final push. Like, I don't know, make it some event that you guys support while I grind for this legendary record. Because I really can't justify streaming like all day, every day, unless I get more subs. So I need to do something to encourage you guys to support with like donations and subs and whatnot. So I might do some like kind of fundraiser event where I make it like, I will grind until I get the record. This is kind of my last hurrah. This is, I mean, if... Yo, Monjaro, thank you for the sub. If I get the legendary record, this is probably like the last full game grind I'm ever doing. So, I think a lot of people do want to see me get it back, but I'm pretty close to retiring from this game speedrunning. So I don't know. I gotta find a way to monetize and cash out. Finish off strong, you know? Get my record back. Until new shit gets found, there's not much more time to squeeze out of this game, and I've accomplished most of my goals. I've got records on like almost every level with like all of the cool tricks that I want. I have most of the ILs, I have the easy record, I have a bunch of legendary IL records. I just need to get the full game legendary, and then I've basically wrapped up my goals. I got nothing left to grind for.
Dies ist keine Übung. Ich wiederhole, das ist keine Übung.
If that grind just broke my shields as they were recharging. Why are these grunts all shooting at me? I knew this guy was here. I tried to make him do something differently. But it almost, well, it is gonna work actually. How am I alive? It's so slow. I don't want to, I'm not keeping this. What game will I grind next? I don't have a game to grind next. I think I'm done with the grind. I'm an old man now. I can't keep up with the long grinds. I got no more goals.
Verdammt, dann muss hier auch eine sein. Chief, suchen Sie die.
Yeah, thank you for the gifted, Monjaro. Lhasa? I don't really care about All Skulls On. I was the first to do All Skulls On, but in terms of treating it like a speedrun, I've never considered it such, and I still don't. So it's not like, I don't know. It's a challenge, and I've done it. I've beaten the game with all the skulls turned on. I was the first to ever do it. Other than that, like, I don't care to do it again. Or do it. I have done it more than once, but it's like, what's the point? It's not a goal I have left on my bucket list. Yo, Real Bacon Bits, thank you for the sub. 6 months in advance, holy cow. Thank you very much. How am I alive on this run? I should be dead like 5 different times.
Der erste Träger ignoriert uns völlig, Sir. Hat das Trümmerfeld der Malta in Richtung Erde durchbrochen.
This run's bad, but I should be dead, so I don't know. I'll just keep going. They blew up my name. That's so bad. Well, I'm just dead. I don't have enough plasma pistol ammo. How am I still not dead? Will you guys kill me? You're making it look like I'm cheating. What was that elite animation? Am I tripping? Did that dude just hit me with like a nasty moonwalk? What even just happened? What was that blue elite hit me with some movement? That was the guy who blew up my grenade as I entered the room. I knew it was gonna be bad as soon as that happened. He should have died to my frag. So what will I do next when I'm done with this? I gotta find a real job. I've probably stopped streaming as much. I mean, I don't know like if I'll ever like say I'm permanently retired. Like, you know, like swearing off streaming isn't something I'm gonna do, but in terms of grinding for world records, I think like this set of records is probably my final push. For Halo 2 at least. Yo, another 5 gifted. Thank you, Mon.
Alarm. Enter-Truppen unterwegs.
I've had a pretty productive year for Halo 2. Let's see, from the start of the year, I've got, let me check my YouTube channel. What records have I got from the start of this year? I've had a pretty good year for reclaiming some of my old times. Content, let's scroll back to... Alright, so we're in 24, we should go back to... Alright, so I've got the Any Percent World Record, Cairo Station Easy Record, Outskirts Easy Record, another Cairo Easy, another Cairo Easy, Cairo Legendary, Full Game Easy, Full Game Easy, Cairo Easy, Full Game Easy, Full Game Any Percent, Full Game Easy, Metro Legendary, Delta Halo Easy, Delta Halo Legendary. Yeah, that's, I mean, pretty good year. Oh, Great Journey Legendary.
Sie sagten doch, es gäbe keine Kameras.
Und Sie sagten, Sie würden sich was Nettes anziehen. Die Leute brauchen Helden.
Wait until after the election.
Alarm. Enter-Truppen unterwegs.
You want to see me do world record on other Halos? Nah, that's not happening. I've actually held a world record on every Halo except Infinite. I held keys on Halo 1. I've held most of everything on Halo 2. I've held Sierra and Floodgate on Halo 3. I've held Kikawani and NMPD and Tayari and a few others on ODST. I had Tip of the Spear on Reach and a few, Nightfall and a few others. I had Swords of San Helios on Halo 5.
Enter-Truppen unterwegs.
So I've done record runs on every game. And I know most of the tricks on every game, but in terms of like trying to grind full game records, I'm not interested in like Halo 4, like for example. I don't give a shit about Halo 4. You're never gonna catch me, like, seriously full game grinding that for a record, probably. Halo 1's slots record's too good. It would take, and part of the problem is, like, a lot of the records just aren't fun to go for anymore. Like, the amount of luck required, it used to be like it was more skill than luck, and it still is more skill than luck, but the problem is the skilled players are so good that now luck matters more than it ever has. So especially in a game like Halo 1, for example, where Sloth is basically playing perfect Halo for an hour and 1 minute, and then he gets to the mission, the library, and there's basically a 1 in 60 chance that he gets a good library. And by 1 in 60, I don't mean like he's not good enough to get a good level. Even if he plays literally perfectly, the RNG is random. Whether or not an enemy flood spawns in a particular way is just random. And it's about 1 in 60 that he gets an acceptable world record pace library. And it has nothing to do with skill. It's a 100% just luck-based thing. He's playing like almost perfect Halo. So, I don't know, so like that kind of grind is like, well, what's the point? Why are you, well, it's not fun anymore at a certain level. And I think most of the Halo games are reaching that. We're obviously not like, the runs aren't perfect, they're not like pass optimized, there's always seconds to save. But the seconds to save that are left are like way more annoying than they have ever been. For like every Halo. But that's also just kind of the nature of speedrunning, right? Like, times don't get slower. A game night of Halo 2 for a night. Customs or Insignia or X-Link. I don't know, I don't have a hard number for that, but I could do one some night.
Alarm, enter Truppen unterwegs.
I do have Insignia, and I mean, X-Link Kai I've also got set up, so I could do either. It's definitely not happening tonight, but maybe some other night.
Alarm, enter Truppen unterwegs.
Yeah, I think a lot of speedruns have lost their hype for a couple reasons. First of all, when they were brand new, they were exciting and new. They were the new fancy shiny toy. And that makes it really cool because you've never, like when you were a kid you played it casually and now you just had your mind blown by a new style of play. But now speedruns aren't new anymore. Like everyone has seen a Super Mario 64 speedrun, you know? So it doesn't blow your mind as much as it used to. Even though they're better than they used to be, it's not as impressive because it's not new. And also, like, the hyper optimization makes it less fun. There's more resets, there's more grinding, there's just... I think the journey of watching somebody get a record is the most fun part anyway, though. Like, you watch a streamer go from being, like, 10 minutes behind world record to 9 to 8 to 7 to finally competing, and, like, I don't know, that's the most fun part. But that's no longer, like, nobody's doing that anymore. Like, it takes so many thousands of hours to get near the top at, like, every game that's fun. That by the time you put in those thousands of hours, it's not fun anymore.
An alle, besetzt die Kampfstationen.
Da kommen sie!
Übung.
Still an elite on the right. And dude was swinging a sword before he even saw me. What?
Alarm, Entertruppen unterwegs.
Yeah, I really like Speedruns as background content, Sword Slinger. Thanks again, Mon. You've been very generous tonight. I appreciate it.
An alle, besetzt die Kampfstationen.
But yeah, I like Speedruns as background noise.
Alarm,
I don't know data mining's the right word, but definitely as tricks become more optimized, as speedruns become more data science, as they become like hyper optimized where you basically have to be a computer nerd to even understand the speedrun, I definitely like see how that takes the fun out of it. I also watch Worcester a lot. I like Worcester streams to throw on in the background.
an alle, besetzt die Kampfstationen.
I used to be a mod in Worcester's chat. I've met Worcester a couple times. I think he demodded like everybody because I don't know, you don't need that many mods, but it was cool to be a mod in his chat when he was getting like thousands of viewers.
Alarm, Entertruppen unterwegs.
I used to be a mod in like every big speedrun chat. I was active in like every community. I was in ZFG's chat, and Narcissus chat, Siglemic, Worcester, Adam AK. Most of like the biggest speedrunners back in 2014, I was a mod in like all of their chats, because all I did was like watch Twitch all day long and go to school. And they knew me from my speedruns, and I met them at GDQs and stuff. So you like, usually the people that you hung out with and were cool with, you would like mod.
Alarm, Entertruppen unterwegs.
Seeing you in every runner's chat is a fun Easter egg. I do like watching I watch a big variety of speedruns, that's for sure. Not even just speedruns, on content on Twitch. I've been getting into sumo. There's some live sumo happening on Twitch right now. If you guys go to twitch.tv/midnightsumo, you can watch the September Banzuke going on right now. You were just watching Chen? Yeah, I'm always watching Chen. Chen's a good streamer.
Entertruppen unterwegs.
Also think I'm a mod there, at least I used to be. Holy shit, it's actual sumo? Yeah, the real sumo, like... Yeah, sumo's pretty hype.
Kampfstationen.
das doch alle, oder?
I'm a fan of Linkin Park. I like their old stuff. I don't know anything after their Meteor album, I don't think. Well, I guess I do. What New Divide, was that their next album? That was, what was that on? Was that the Transformers movie that was like out with? Wasn't a fan of that stuff. Their comeback, I've heard that Chester's family isn't happy about it because they're like pushing Scientology or some weird shit. So I think that's kind of lame. I'm not a big fan of reviving a old band with a dead singer to push a religious viewpoint. I think that's pretty weird if they're like actually doing that. And I've read about it. I don't actually know the full story, but it seems like they probably shouldn't make a comeback if that's what they're going to do. I would rather them not do that. I hated that New Divide song. So give me reason. Yeah, that song. No, I'm trying to think of all the Linkin Park songs I can remember. I think they just overplayed it too much because it was in a popular movie. But I'm just thinking about that song. Really annoyed me.
Alarm! Enter-Truppen unterwegs. Alarm! Enter-Truppen unterwegs.
So I'm breaking the what was the name of the album that Breaking the Habit was on? Is that called A Hybrid Theory?
Alle, besetzt die Kampfstationen.
Don't know what's worth fighting for. Why I have to scream. That Breaking the Habit was on Meteora.
Keine Übung. Hochtüren dicht machen.
Oh oh, die verlassen die Athen.
Cortana, Lagebericht.
Die Explosion kam aus dem Innern der Athen, genau wie bei der Malta. Die Allianz muss was zurückgelassen haben. Eine Bombe.
Verdammt, dann muss hier auch eine sein. Chief, suchen Sie die.
Na los jetzt! Ist das eine Waffe oder eine Tasche?
No. Okay, well somehow I still lived.
Na los, Chief, hier lang!
Ich
Ich war fast an Bord, als die auftauchten.
Keine Sorge, Ma'am, wir sind am
Yeah, but I mean, there's a difference between like a musician who started their own group having a like problematic thing, and so you can decide if you want to support that musician or not, right? If like you're able to separate the artist from the art. But then there's a difference between a dead band with a lead singer who died by suicide replacing him with somebody who goes against their wishes. That's the difference. So like whatever your opinions are on Scientology or not, like they've replaced the guy who had mental health problems with a person who believes mental health does not exist.
Montana, konzentriertes Feuer auf den ersten Träger. Admiral, netzen Sie sich den zweiten vor. Formiert euch, folgt mir.
Der erste Träger ignoriert uns völlig, Sir. Er hat das Trümmerfeld der Malta in Richtung Erde durchbrochen. Übrigens, die Bombe wird von einem ganzen Haufen Eliten bewacht. Sie werden sich etwas ausdenken müssen.
Did that just go through you? I swear that actually went through them, did it? No. Fucking slow anyway, but I didn't get a plasma pistol because I messed up holding X on that fly. Late night runs. Yeah, I just feel like doing a little bit of streaming tonight. Probably not gonna go too long. I'll probably get one good run out of Metro is my goal. Who has world record? Zoo has the current world record. I'm about 2.5 minutes behind, but I'm catching up. I PB'd twice in the last couple months, and I've still got more PBs to be done. My current PB has a 1-minute death on Gravemind and a 1-minute death on High Charity. And like time loss also throughout the run, like other times have. So like if I just don't lose a minute on High Charity and I don't lose a minute on Gravemind, then I am right there basically.
An alle, besetzt die Kampfstationen. Übung. Ich wiederhole, das ist keine Übung. Hochtüren dicht machen.
Wait, you're the wrong one. Okay, new combo this guy. Well, maybe not. Why are you not punching? He was supposed to punch me. Fucking hell. They hit me with the swaparoo. Actually the two red elites that were on the left were both one shot. and the one on the right was not. And I knew that, but they ran like next to each other, and I got them mixed up. There was two on the right briefly, and they like ran past each other. They hit me with the flea flicker.
An alle, besetzt die Kampfstationen. Dies ist keine Übung. Ich wiederhole, das ist keine Übung.
Oh, come on. How are you not dying? That's actually crazy.
Waffenschränke öffnen.
Oh, you thought you were gonna get me.
Oh, die verlassen die Athen.
I don't know, Patrick, it's a little weird. We don't actually understand it 100%, but it's basically exactly what it looks like. Hump the box, go through the wall. It doesn't work on Master Chief Collection, it only works on the original.
Verdammt, dann muss hier auch eine sein. Chief, suchen Sie die.
But we don't understand it nearly as much as we would like.
Na los jetzt! Ist das eine Waffe oder eine Tasche?
Böser, schlimmer Dämon.
Na los, Chief, hier lang!
Ich war fast an Bord, als die auftauchten.
Keine Sorge, Ma'am, wir sind am Ball.
It's just having flashbacks. There was a period in my life where I went by the name of Patrick. It was only about a week long, but anytime I hear the name Patrick, I have flashbacks to that week. I went on a cruise one time, and for some reason the first day there I met this girl, and she asked me what my name was, and for some reason I just gave a fake name. I said my name was Patrick. It's not my real life name, but I met her on the first day and we ended up hitting it off, and we hung out like every day the entire trip, like all day long, and I never told her my real name. It ended up getting too awkward. I was Patrick that week. Just went by Patrick. Good times. Wonder whatever happened to her.
Die Sache ist dringend, Chief.
Schüttelt es ab, Marines! Absturzstelle räumen! Los, los, los!
But it wasn't only that girl I told my name was Patrick. I had to keep it up the whole cruise with everyone I met, because I met a lot of people. But I met her, she was like one of the first people I met there, and just jokingly being like, I think I was a a teen, yeah, being a teen, like, I thought it would be funny to like make up a name, you know, you're on a cruise, new environment, new person, you make up a name, right? And then by the time like I started actually becoming friends and making new people and meeting new people, I was being introduced as Patrick by the end of the week. Oh, no, this is Patrick.
Ma'am?
Guess so.
Intelligenz bringen Rüstung und Verstärkung in die Stadt.
But so I was like so used to answering and being called Patrick that whenever I got back to my real life after the cruise, I would hear people say the name Patrick and like passing, and I'd look and I'd be like, wait a minute, that's not me. That's not my name.
Die meisten Allianztruppen sind direkt unter dem Träger. Die wollen bestimmt nicht, dass sie an Bord kommen. Diese Brücke ist der direkteste Weg zum Stadtzentrum.
Chief, vom Träger sind gerade jede Menge Kapseln gestartet. Die nehmen Kurs auf uns.
My name's not Rick. You guys ever seen that SpongeBob where SpongeBob erases part of Patrick's name tag from Patrick to Rick?
Ich habe die Kampfgespräche der
My
Allianz
name's
analysiert.
not Rick.
Die sind überrascht. Verwirrt. Die haben uns hier wohl nicht erwartet. Keine Menschen.
What's the world record? 120.53 by Zoo.
Das erklärt aber, warum die mit so einer kleinen Flotte kommen.
No, it's not when he's working at the Krusty Krab. It's during the Fry Games. In the final challenge, he was representing the Chum Bucket as their ringer because SpongeBob was so good representing the Krusty Krab. Plankton needed a ringer to compete. And they were wrestling in the final round.
Oh Mann, da sind noch mehr.
That whole episode's good, but the scene whenever they introduce Patrick as the rival, Plankton's like talking up his new contestant into the Fry Games, and they're like, "Oh, he's big, he's bad, he's dangerous," and this like big scary dude like kicks a hole in the entrance, like breaks down the door, and then he turns around and he's wearing Patrick as a backpack, like strapped to his back, and it's like, "Hi, SpongeBob." Those classic SpongeBob really hit different. They're doing the diving off the diving board, and Patrick makes a perfect ice cream cone. SpongeBob accidentally deep fries the entire audience and turns them into fish sticks. That's kind of brutal. Is actually that the most brutal thing that happened to like anybody in SpongeBob is getting deep fried in oil and turning into fish sticks? At least for the first few seasons. Those fish got fucked up. The anchor toss. He's like trying to run away from him. Everything felt forced. The new SpongeBob is bad, like Claymore. I don't know if I assume you were watching modern SpongeBob, but it's way worse than it used to be. It is very forced. SpongeBob hasn't been good since basically everything after the first movie. It's gotten worse and worse and worse since like what was that 2004? It came out in 1999. Like the first like 5 or 6 seasons are all pretty good. The movie I think was after 4 seasons, and then it just got worse and worse and worse and worse. I watched one episode of the Patrick Star Show, which was a spin-off with main character Patrick, and that was awful. I watched I don't know if it was the pilot or episode 1 or what you would call it, but it was terrible. That was not good.
Gebäude sind ein paar Marines eingeschlossen, Chief. Konzentriert euch auf die Rays. Die sind am gefährlichsten.
Come on, War Dog. Never lucky. Wait. Did I get lucky? How many times did I shoot that? Do I go for this? I think I'm probably too slow. I kind of want to go for it anyway, though.
Sergeant Banksman.
Alright, I'm probably too slow, but we might have got early cycle. Let's see. I didn't check the timer. I want this. The scarab might disappear here. I tried to go for early cycle because I died twice. I'm probably gonna regret this. I should have just waited. We'll see. Oh, I shot 5 and not 4. I'm 100% getting scarab deload. I just realized I counted wrong. Oh, unless I went really fast, I'm like 99% getting scarab deload. Fuck. This one's dead. I did die twice in the tunnels though. I tried to save some time. I'm just gonna disappear right here. It didn't? That's surprising. And I didn't die. Holy cow. Two deaths in a 434 is insane. Early cycle, let's go.
Wir sind der Arm der Prophetengebieter und Sie sind das Schwert. Seid still und flink, dann schlagen wir diese Ketzerei ohne weiteres nieder. Der Sturm hat unseren Anflug getarnt. Ihr Gefechtsnetz müsste auch durcheinander sein. Das Überraschungsmoment ist auf unserer Seite. Vorerst. Formation bleiben. Ein Geräusch. Mir entkommst du nicht.
See if we can't get a good arbiter here. Yeah, Patrick, speedruns make your childhood frustrations look trivial, don't they? Just breeze on through. Speedrunners make it look easy, but it's definitely not. A lot of practice. launch me through the floor. This trick sucks, man. Trick actually sucks. I just can't get it. First try, easy every time. I lost a minute and 10 seconds. And more.
Der Gebieter ist hier.
Nicht ihn gucken. Spielverderber. Weglaufen.
First try, thank God, yeah. Wait, what the fuck? Why are those guys trying to melt me?
Kümmert euch ihn, Brüder. Ich verteidige das Orakel. Seine Wahrheit soll nie verstummen. Die Ketzer mobilisieren ihre Luftstreitkräfte, Gebieter. Schnappt euch ihren Anführer, aber passt auf. Ich schicke einen Phantom zur Unterstützung.
Ugh.
Der Anführer der Ketzer ist in diesem Teil der Station. Räumt die Landezone und geht da rein.
Give me your shit. Launch it. Ugh. There goes that minute 10 second.
Unser Glaube wird uns stark machen.
Why did they alert right at the end? A sentinel from the previous room shot into that room close enough to them to alert them. It doesn't happen very often.
Er verwendet eine Holodrohne.
Dream.
Er muss ganz nah sein.
Doing alright.
Komm raus, damit wir dich töten können. Stellt euch auf. Einen Gebiet. Anführer. Bleibt. Die Flat greift uns an.
Perfect ammo. Pretty fast. I want to restart this run, but at the same time I don't. Yo, hello, I'm Sam, just raided. Thank you for the raid.
Los, Gebieter, wenn die Verstärkung da ist, komme ich nach.
I'm doing Halo 2 Legendary speedruns. I'm currently 50 seconds behind world record, but I can still save time. I can can switch to some copium splits here. What do we got that's more realistic here? I don't know. Let's stay up. Whatever. What are these animations you guys are doing? What a perfect night to pull an all-nighter. I'm probably only doing this run, so probably not an all-nighter for me. It's only 11 p.m. I think this is probably the only run I do tonight. Previewer strong. Where were you streaming? Apex, nice. I played a little bit of Apex, but I couldn't really get into it. I'm dead. I'm alive. Can't believe that guy punched me. How did he even get that melee off? They're trying to kill me. How do you not fall over? Three is pretty good. You hear the elevator right now? I left it, whenever I deloaded the elevator, it was in the middle of one of its animations, so it just keeps making that noise. This is pretty fast.
Anführer, der Sturm erreicht uns. Wir können die Stellung nicht halten. Bringt die Phantoms zur Mine. Wir gehen erst, wenn der Anführer der Ketzer tot ist. Lasst nicht zu, dass sie uns überwältigen.
Did they kill a sentinel? They did. Nice.
Krieger, zurück zur Landezone. Der Gebieter geht weiter nach oben, trennt die Station ab und scheucht
No,
die Fenster aus
my
dem Loch.
yump. It's so bad.
Unsere Herren ihre Hand führen.
Oh shit, I spawned him too. Don't shoot me. Don't sword me.
Halten Sie das Schwert bereit. Dem wird das
Alright,
Kabel
we're still
vom
good.
Band halten.
Still fast. I lost a little bit there, but still fast.
Alle meine Phantoms sind in der Luft, Gebieter. Los, trennen Sie das Kabel durch.
Ain't no way. And they killed my thing. I was gonna. I think I hit that fly, by the way.
Alle meine Phantoms sind in der Luft,
Oh.
Gebieter. Los, trennen Sie das Kabel durch.
I was trying to escape these guys shooting at me. It's a different game, White Widow. I prefer the classic version because it's got different tricks and different physics.
Das ist
And it's the version that I grew up enjoying.
Die Station schlingert ja vielleicht.
I think I hit it, but obviously when they're dead, you can't sword fly off of them. But I think I would have hit that.
Ein letztes Kabel, Gebieter.
Alright, so that was a little slow. This is still not a terrible Oracle here. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Being, I also agree that it would have been sick, but I'm saying like I feel like I did hit the button combo correctly. I just got trolled by a flood getting a kill.
Das hat gereicht. Die Station ist im freien Fall.
Would have been a sweet save. That's definitely for sure.
Der Anführer der Ketzer ist unterwegs. Lasst ihn nicht entkommen. Wir bleiben hier, solange es geht. Leben Sie noch, Gebieter? Wir halten das Tempo so gut es geht. Welch ein Wahnsinn! In einem Banshee entkommt ihr diesen Strudel nie. Moment, der Hangar. Dort war ein Seraph-Kampfjäger. Gebietet.
We'll save time on this level, I think, even with those deaths. Maybe not, though. I think if the ending goes great, I should still save time here. Zoo's Oracle loses some time on the final fight, I think. Yeah, it is German. No. Stupid flood. How did they shoot me when I was invisible? Did my camo run out and I not notice? What happened there? Well, what is it? I think we saved just a couple seconds on Zoo on this level. What was it? 140 was this final fight? So we're gonna be like 2 seconds ahead of Zoo or something? Or was it 150? How long did this fight take? I can't even remember.
Mit einem neuen Kommando, einer neuen Flotte oder einem Versprechen ihrer großen Reise.
You guys want to know something funny? It's not that funny, but it's some Halo speedrun lore that none of you guys know about. Back in 2006, when the Halo speedrunning website was called High Speed Halo, there was some weird like meme categories that would get tracked, and one of them was fastest heretic leader kill. This room's on a fucking auto scroller. And this was a category that like Knockyard and High Speed Halo tried to push, was fastest heretic leader fight. This was a speed run, like as a category.
Kommen Sie, Gebieter. Ich zeige Ihnen, wohin Sie gegangen sind.
Diese Mine ist um mehrere Jahrhunderte älter als Installation Alpha.
Hier! Wir müssen diese Geschütze neutralisieren!
Is that not the worst speedrun category ever? Oh, I forgot to shoot this guy. I'm dead. Not dead. Knockyard must be in his 70s. Probably 60s would be my guess. But yeah, he's older. Because he was like... I think he was late 30s? No, he's probably... Maybe he was 40s when I was like 20s. He's probably 20 years older than me. He's probably late 50s, early 60s is my guess. I can probably find out. I could probably Google him. Name. They don't actually invite you to AGDQ, Patrick. A lot of people have misconceptions about how AGDQ works. You have to submit, and I won't be submitting now. There's an application process. You have to like pitch like why they should accept you, and there's a whole like application thing. But no, I won't be applying. Grumpy's old. Grumpy's definitely in his 70s. Grumpy's older than Knockyard.
Leichter gesagt als getan. Phantoms im Anmarsch, Chief.
Grumpy might be almost 80 by now. I still talk to Grumpy. We'll text and I actually email and text him, and he like, it's funny. He'll like comment on one of my old YouTube videos, like, and we'll just have like a conversation in like a 15-year-old video of mine, because he likes to recreate tricks and like do tricks on his own, even if like someone else has done them. He likes to do them too. So he'll ask me about like recreating some of the stuff, and I'll walk him through and give him guides. But it's fun to talk to him.
Vorsicht, wir kommen zu einem weiteren Komplex.
Oh, come on. Glad I missed that. What does that skull do? It allows me to go invisible as Master Chief. Is that gonna work? Nope. Why do you not work sometimes, man? I hate this fucking swordfly sometimes. Why can't I get this to go out of bounds? Obviously that one failed because I missed the swordfly like 10 times and he moved, but I don't understand why I can't hit this trick the way I want to. Oh my gosh, man. Maybe I'm gonna start shooting that rocket. I maybe will start shooting that, actually. I think that might be the trick. I think that's what I'm looking for. I think I've cracked the code.
Gut. Immer noch nichts von der in Amber Klett im Netz der Allianz.
I never used to have why did I just camo? That's not what I wanted at all. I really hope I get this checkpoint. Did not? Okay, I did. How do I even do this? What have I done? I'm gonna double revert because I don't have camo.
Ebengaristen.
Verstecken hilft dir nicht.
Alright, whatever. This run's terrible. Wait, what? Oh, I honestly forgot that there are even more enemies in this room. That's how out of it I am. For some reason I was thinking that was gonna be it. I just swapped a 77 sword for a 77 sword. What? Alright, world record's now impossible, but I'm gonna keep going just for practice. I'll probably try to finish this run. I think I did learn something on Delta Halo, which is good. I think I will start hitting that fly more consistently. What else? What else did I learn this run? Was there anything else that I was looking at? No, I think that's it. Yeah, so this run can technically still PB, but world record is now impossible. Even PB is most likely not happening. I'm gonna finish out this run just for practice though. It's always good to finish out a few.
Dieser See ist nicht durch vulkanische Aktivität entstanden. Das heißt, er wurde entweder absichtlich errichtet oder entstand durch irgendeine Katastrophe. Sorry, wollten Sie jemanden umbringen?
Katastrophe. I love how they say catastrophe in German. Katastrophe. That's how Peter Leko says it. Hungarian chess grandmaster. Oh, this is a catastrophe.
Wisst ihr, die Blutsväter haben diese neuen Anlagen wohl die alten gebaut. Als Schutz. Das ist aber reine Spekulation. Erst muss ich noch gründlicher nachprüfen.
I could get gold splits, but I couldn't get level PBs. The tricks that I do for level PBs are generally much harder than what I do for full game. Most of my level PBs are world record, so to beat my level PB would be to get world record, and usually that involves you doing some strategies that I don't do during my full game runs. But you probably meant gold splits anyway. Gold splits are level PBs using full game strategies, which are still exciting. Gold splits are still good. But in terms of like actual PBs where I would like upload the time and put it on the internet, my level PBs are all really fast, and you have to kind of grind them. You have to treat them as their own game. Chess is bigger than Halo. Yeah, I mean, I could stream chess, but like we've already talked about this a little bit. Like I am better than 99% of people on chess and on Halo, but the difference is like being better than 99% of people in Halo means there's only like hundreds of people as good as me, right? Even less, like somewhere in that ballpark though, right? The number is a manageable number that are as good as me, but in chess it's thousands, like tens of thousands. Even there's probably like 100,000 people in the world that are better than me at chess. So even though I'm better than like 99% of the world, my peak elo's like 2200 now. So I mean that's really good for online chess, but it's I'm still competing against thousands of people. No, it's not National Master level. For FIDE, that's National Master, but I'm talking online on like online Blitz and Bullet. I'm nowhere. I play against titled players sometimes, but usually it's FMs and National Masters, not but it's usually old people. Like the most recent guy I beat was the Barbados national champ. Calypso Chess was his name. I'm currently up, I think 4-2 against him in wins. He's a national master from Barbados. He's like the 8-time national champ, but he's also like 70 years old, like 65 or something. So I can beat like old, washed up titled players, but in terms of like actual titled players, no, I'm not there yet. How did I get so good? I'm not good. But I just played a lot during the pandemic. No, I don't study openings at all. I've recently started learning openings. That's one of the things I've been working on. But all the way to 2150, I didn't learn any openings. I play knight. What I don't even know the squares very well. But I start with a knight move. I play knight c3 because in Blitz and Bullet, if you're white and you start with knight c3, they can't attack your knight on move 1. They have to play d5 and then d4 to attack your knight. So basically I can pre-move my first 2 moves if I start with knight c3. So I usually do knight c3, e4, e4, d3. It doesn't, the name of the opening is technically called the Van Griet opening, but I don't know like any theory behind it. I basically just have really good mouse speed, so I play 1 minute and 3 minute games, and I just grinded like 20,000 games over the pandemic. I've never done it like that before. That was crazy. Why did I get the rockets before I pushed the button? What was I thinking? Why did I do that?
Wie läuft's bei euch beiden? Bis jetzt ganz gut. Wir kommen jetzt zum Haupttempel. Roger, ich bin so dicht an der Bibliothek wie es geht. Da ist eine Art Barriere. Wir versuchen herumzukommen. Ich halte euch auf dem Laufenden.
Yeah, I was gonna slide off the map. I barely saved that. Why do I keep fucking this section up? I keep forgetting about the Banshees on Legendary.
Der erste Turmkomplex ist sicher, also gehe ich da runter. Sagen Sie Bescheid, wenn ich Sie holen soll.
Well, that's not good. Stop. Wait, the Banshee didn't die? I'm having to play weird because there's a Banshee flying around. Did I really just choke that? I thought I killed that guy. Okay, whatever. Alright. I didn't die. Does he come back? God, he's coming back. How are you even shooting at me? There's no way you see me.
Die Allianz hat mehrere Phantom-Geschwader gestartet. So viele kann ich nicht aufnehmen, habe keine Zeit mehr. Da ist das Ziel, holt ihn euch. Hier sind überall Ehrengardisten. Gut aufpassen.
That's annoying. He's gonna teleport.
Ich töte es selbst.
Yep. Knew that was happening. Interesting spawn.
Die große Reise wird nicht aufgeschoben.
Well, this isn't Earth where we're at right now, but Regret came to Earth because he was searching for the Ark.
Schlechte Nachrichten.
He had
Die Flotte wird auf unsere Stellung feuern. Wir müssen hier raus.
he had like ancient wisdom from the Forerunners or the Monitors or some shit. Was it Penitent Tangent or one of the, they had some ancient Forerunner thing. I think it was one of the Monitors that told them where the Ark was, and they followed the instructions from the ancient Forerunners. They found the Ark and they showed up on Earth, but they didn't know that Earth was also the homeworld to their enemy, the humans. They were just looking for the Ark. So Cortana gives a speech on Outskirts and kind of explains all of that. She says, it's odd the Forerunners would come to Earth with such bad insight. She also explains it on Regret. Or, they seem surprised, humans on Earth. It seems odd they would send such a small fleet, something something.
Viele meiner armen Brutes fielen bei dem Versuch, ihn auszuschalten. Mal sehen, ob ihr besser seid.
Yeah, on Delta Halo and Regret, you're on Delta Halo, obviously. But before that, Regret is on Earth. That you follow him on the cruiser, whatever, that slip spaces out at the end of Metropolis whenever Metropolis gets glassed.
Überlassen Sie Ihre Regeln. Bei den Zwecken der Herausforderung anzugreifen, besonders wenn die Schilde oben sind. Bleibt in den Schatten Energie war losgelöst, dass er fest für Ihren Bestand
But Jason, glad you like the content. Yeah, German dialogue is 2.5 seconds faster than Japanese. Yeah, well, I can't read, Commander, and I'm talking about what happens in the games. And it very explicitly says that the Covenant were surprised about humans on Earth.
Verdammte Maschinen. Durchbrechen Sie die Wand selbst, Gebieter.
Weiter zum Ziel! Wir bleiben hier, solange es geht! Schafft es mir vom Hals! Sperrfeuer! Sperrfeuer!
No! No! Will I get my health back here? No! Are you kidding me? I'm so dead. Wow, and I almost saved it, and then I whiffed it, and then I almost saved it again. Very annoying.
Weiter zum Ziel. Wir bleiben hier, solange es geht. Ah, schafft es mir vom Hals. Sperrfeuer.
Push headphone.
Sperrfeuer.
I want to finish out this run for practice. I gotta keep going. I want to restart, but I'm obviously not going to. It's too late. It's 11:30. I'm not gonna do another run after this. Just keep on going for the practice. It's my favorite campaign mission. Just regularly play, not speedrun. I'm not really playing the levels casually anymore, but I mean Delta Halo is really cool just because there's like the mountain to explore and shit. But my two favorite levels in general are Cairo Station and Delta Halo. Cairo has a wide variety of speedrun tricks that are useful. It's got sword flies and going through walls. It's got combat where you have to kill the enemies. It's got different forms of sword flies. Delta Halo's similar story. It's got like a cool ghost jump. It's got a little bit of combat. It's got cool sword flies. There's just a wide variety of stuff to do on those levels. Metro's a really good answer too, because there's just so much to do, like between the scarab gun, the soccer ball, trying to get on top of the buildings, trying to get out of the map. So Metro's also pretty good. How did I just fly? What the fuck was that fly? I honestly have no idea how I just did that.
Gebieter, was tun Sie hier? Wir müssen dieses Lager halten, bis Verstärkung eintrifft.
That guy's got a shotgun. Had a shotgun. You know what's really annoying? That those spawns I just got are the 1 in 15 spawns that I won on easy. But we're on legendary, so it doesn't actually matter. No way are you shooting at me. Cobert. A little bit low on the covert. Hey. Where'd I put that battle rifle?
Abscheuliche Kreatur!
Nothing's alive. Honestly, for that really long death, that was pretty good.
Vorwärts, Krieger! Fürchte
SI.
weder Schmerz noch Tod! Los, Gebieter! Wenn die Verstärkung da ist, komme ich nach! Enforcer!
Was that the only death I had, or did I have two? Did I have an outdoor death? I know I had the inside death at the popcorn hallway. Did I have an outdoor death? I can't remember. I didn't, did I? No. Are you kidding me? I just died to fall damage. In my ghost.
Weiter geht's, bin unterwegs!
Alright, well, at least I know what I'm doing once I get to the end of this level. We're gonna do very... I got a checkpoint there? That's rare. That messes up my checkpoint right here, doesn't it? It does. I was supposed to get a checkpoint right there, but I didn't get it. I don't know why. Come on. What happened on Delta Halo? We learned. You might not believe me, but Delta Halo is probably the best mission I've done this whole run. I got the most learning out of Delta Halo. I'm gonna learn on Gravemind? I hope not. I don't want to learn anything on that level. I just want to get a perfect run of it. What does getting in and out of the ghost do? I camo, and then the enemies don't shoot at me. For some reason, even though I'm a giant moving vehicle, if I turn invisible before, they don't see it. Alright, I'm not gonna practice the auto-scroller here. We're 5 minutes behind PB. I'm just gonna pretend we saved 5 minutes on Gravemind and start up this level.
Brutes. Je schneller man diese Brutes umlegt, desto besser.
Okay. Cool.
Brutes. Je schneller man diese Brutes umlegt, desto besser.
infiltriert. Schützt die Hierarchen. Ausgänge verschließen.
Oh, das wohl nicht.
$40-minute grave mine's not that bad. Hard level.
Vorsicht bei dem Captain, er hat ein Grundgewehr.
That's pretty good.
Setzen Sie mich auf einer der Säulen da neben der Tür ab.
That's how your first room went, right? BNK.
Dieser Prophet, Wahrheit, er hat den Index, er darf ihn nicht behalten. Ich kümmere mich um diese Türen. Los, Wahrheit wird einfacher aufzuspüren sein, wenn ich im Netz bleibe. Gleich da lang.
Oh, come on. Been at that angle.
Gleich da lang.
Alle Angriffe auf die Behälter verstärken. Der Dämon muss sterben.
Einen Augenblick. Ich empfange Marine EFF-Transponder-Signale. Die Signale stammen von irgendwo unterhalb ihrer Position. Hierher, Chief. Springen Sie rein.
Die Beute muss zusammenbleiben. Pass auf.
Ich übernehme Ihre Position. Sie eliminieren die Wachen. Aber leise.
Fürchtet euch nicht, meine Brüder. Das heilige Symbol ist
Achten Sie auf die Wachen.
Tartarus und seine Brutes haben der Plague das Symbol abgenommen. Dafür danken wir.
No. Chill is there.
Fürchtet euch nicht, meine Brüder. Das heilige Symbol ist sicher. Tartarus und
How are you shooting at me? What? Get off my head.
das heilige Symbol ist sicher. Tartarus und seine Brutes haben der Plague das Symbol abgenommen. Dafür danken wir ihnen.
You don't see me. Get out of my way.
Gezeichnet. Der Prophet sendet von unterwegs. Das macht es uns leichter, ihn zu finden.
Dude wants to pretend he sees me so bad.
Fürchtet euch nicht, meine Brüder. Das heilige Symbol ist sicher. Tartarus.
It's actually really rare what just happened. That death against the hunter, they shouldn't have been alerted to me. The reason they were was because they got alerted from the shots from the previous room, but it's really rare that it happens the way it did just now.
Der Prophet sendet von unterwegs.
As I was jumping around this corner, somebody, errant, like, carbine shot alerted these guys. This checkpoint's also ass with both of these brutes.
Tartarus und seine Brutes haben der Platt das Symbol abgenommen. Dafür danken wir ihnen.
Ausgezeichnet. Der Prophet sendet von unterwegs. Das macht es uns leichter, ihn zu finden.
Why can't I hit this fly? I can't even aim. I swear I was aiming at that dude. It wasn't turning red. Okay, sword flying's been patched. It's no longer in the game. I think that might be it for me tonight. I don't think I'm gonna finish out the level. I don't know, this checkpoint sucks. It's kind of screwing up everything because I've got these double brutes here, and I don't get health for this section, so then I don't know. I think I'm done. I don't know. I don't want to finish out the run. I'm kind of tired. The run's bad anyway. I think that's it. I'll be back probably tomorrow morning. I don't know. It was a good warm-up, good practice. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow.